So you don't need to re-tee. I'll just push to the defensive package.
Love it.
Okay.
Love the non-re-tee.
Okay.
Good. Anything we sucked at? Or is it that try not to suck theme?
Mm-hmm. You know, I think what would be really good, it's really disappointing we're not the L crew. So we could all get ourselves loser flags. That we could do our last meeting draped in loser flags. Oh.
Those bastards. Ugh.
Mm.
Nothing. No. The worst I got.
Bob
Wischusen is a cool dude.
I don't think Northwestern's.
No one thinks anywhere, by the way, except that guy.
I don't think they're fans. I wouldn't expect a lot of Northwestern mean tweets.
No.
They're nice. They're nice.
Well, what were they to be angry about today? We just talked about how solid they are all day.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Here
We're
we
ready to empty out, too. So excited for the Elmo bar. Just couldn't be more excited.
All day. What did he end up with? What did Jackson end up with?
Yeah, he had one run.
Yeah.
And
he'd averaged 150 against these guys the last 2 years.
And 30 of it was like on that one play.
Yep. What was the long? His one? Yeah.
Get it right here. It was about 26 or something. Rushing. Yeah, long of 28. He had 42 yards. So he had 14 yards on his other 12. Yeah. For the first time since 1999 in 5 trips to Ryan Field, Paul Christ and Wisconsin lead with a win as the Badgers. They had struggled. Northwestern had their number. Bob Wischusen and Brock Ewart. It was fun to take this one in. We saw Wisconsin win the way Wisconsin wins. And they, to me, Brock, are a team that is worthy of being in the top 8 in America, because to not put them there would almost penalize them for what is a dominant style of play. And you know, when you watch a team that plays football the way they play hard-nosed football on tape, and then they come out and do it exactly that same way in front of you, I thought it was fun to watch.
And it's typically what survives in November. And you'll hear from coaches all the time, can we play our game? Can we play our style of game? And today they sure did. They didn't make mistakes. But what jumped out on me in tape, and what I think jumps out to this committee and why they're number 8, is a relentless defense. A defense that's lost a couple key contributors and has not ever looked back. And they do it with team ball. Typically the best defenses, and I said it on the broadcast, reminds me of Michigan this season, because all 11 understand their role. They understand leverage. They understand fundamentals. And they also understand there's going to be chances to make game-changing plays, and they did that. And there was none bigger than this one from Kamashihi with the sacked fumble leading to the touchdown that ultimately sealed this game. They're not pretty. If this was a popularity or a style contest, kind of like their basketball team, I don't think they win in the style points, but in the good old-fashioned, hard-nosed football and do things the right way, well, they score off the charts.
I guess if things play out the way we expect that they will play out, I would put this question to you: if you're Jim Harbaugh, if you're Urban Meyer, heck, if you're down the road and you're Nick Saban, would you want to play them?
Maybe Nick Saban's a little different. He's got a few more bullets. But the other two have already played him, and both of them came out of the game and said, geesh, those kids can play. Those kids can play.
Took overtime for Ohio State, and it was a one-score game at Michigan between these two teams.
They're grown men on defense. Now, their offense has to grow. I mean, if they were to have any chance against Alabama, they've got their redshirt freshman's got to grow a little bit. And if they can get to that championship game and face one of those two teams with a little more offense, because that's where and that's why they've got 2 losses on their record. Not their defense. They've been elite, and, man, they were today.
Still work to do for Wisconsin, but step 1 was today, and they get the job done on the road. A 14-point win for On Wisconsin as they head home.
start with an opening statement from Coach?
Just kidding, Brian. But really appreciate what the players did and coaches did to all through the week and give us a chance today and went out, and I love the way the guys competed and played together and found a way to get a victory. And I thought there were some really good things that we did. I thought that we were fairly consistent running the football, and defensively, I know they had the drive at the end of the first half, but I thought we did a lot of really good things defensively against we thought was a really good Northwestern team. And I thought the special teams, the kickoffs, it was good by PJ, and the one we covered, Pat Johnson made a heck of a play. I thought Anthony Lottie did a nice job in flipping the field, and takes everyone to win, and appreciate their efforts. And obviously there's some things that areas we can improve. We got to do a better job, and it starts with me. How we finished the game. Didn't like the way we closed it out there. But you know what, our kids, it's hard to win, and really thankful for what they did, and loved seeing how they play together, even when there's adversity, even when things are going a little bit not your way. And it's a good group to be with, and we just got to enjoy it tonight. Like I said, we thought it was a very good Northwestern team. Enjoy that, and then tomorrow push the reset button and go forward.
What was the key to holding that offense to 7 points?
I thought that we did a really good job, Tom, of stopping the run. That's a good running back, and he's had production, so I thought we were able to did a nice job versus the run. And then I think enough changes in the coverages and what they're doing. They hit some plays. They got we thought the quarterback and the receiver were good players, but then I thought at the end we started getting some pressure. It was a huge play on the sack fumble. That was a big play, but I thought Justin, our defense staff, did a really nice job of giving the kids a plan that they felt comfortable with and could execute. But I thought really doing a nice job on the run, and then felt different once we were able to start getting some pressure on them. And I think too that in a couple of those drives, they were backed up on the one. It was in the third quarter, backed them up. That was a nice job by Anthony and the punt team, and had another one in the second half. But I thought played good defense, and there's a couple times we didn't tackle. We let the one when they ran the under shallow cross, we kind of misplayed that one. But they had their chunks, and they made some plays we thought they would. But I think guys just kept playing.
Keep the same 5 guys on the offensive line. Do you think that helped those guys build a little bit of rhythm in the second half?
I think it does, Jason. I think it was good to have it, and I think not only that today, but playing together now, it should be helpful. And I thought that they did a good job. Tight ends, fullback, and I thought the backs ran hard, and it was a good overall effort on it. And I do think that if you can have continuity, that helps in your consistency. Now each team changes, and you see different things, so it's not a guarantee. But I think it's been good. No, Jazz did. Jazz came up and had some opportunities and took advantage of it. Like you said, certainly the touchdown run on the reverse, and that was a lot of guys made that work, and he had the punt return that set up. I think we only got a field goal out of it, but we had a pretty good return on that, and made some big plays. The big third down when Bart was in there in the seam. He was good, and Jazz is capable of that, and we just need to keep maximizing opportunities, and I thought for the most part he did that.
Other than keep working at it, what more can you do with your red zone offense?
Well, the end result is we got to be more productive. We're putting a lot of stress on the team, and yet I thought that guys are. We just got to keep working at it. We kind of come out of the one with Jazz and Alex, and can we come out of it a little bit different? I thought it was a big play by Bart on the one drive, and that was good. And touchdowns make a difference, so we just got to keep working. Just to answer your question, keep working at it, right? And we got to, keep working at it as coaches, giving them the best plan possible, and players on execution of it, because that's an area where we can get better, and we need to if we're going to be the best we can be. That was big. You're right. Yeah, I mean, it was saw Vince coming up and under on it, and he kept working through it. A lot of times, that's when the call gets made, is when you work through it and put them in a position where they have to call it. And Vince will always, that, Vince is always going to give that effort. And I think we've got a lot of guys putting out the effort. And that you're very thankful for. You don't want to take that for granted as a coach.
What has this defense meant to this team this year?
This defense has meant a ton to this team. And I think, obviously, they've been giving us chances to win when we're not putting up a lot of points, and I think that they also have a energy about them and a confidence that permeates through the whole team. And so I think that they, it takes a team to win, and that I think our guys know that, and I think everyone, whether it's offense, defense, special teams, know that. But certainly our defense gives us a chance when maybe we're not as clean or as productive as you'd like to be on offense.
Paul, you mentioned the big fumble play. What is Connor Sheehy doing for you right now?
Connor's doing a ton, and I think our defensive line in general, it's a big part of it. When we were asked earlier what maybe one of the keys for our defense was the ability to minimize their run game, and that starts with those guys up front. And then Connor was able to get in on the play. I think it was him and Duels maybe on the fumble, but Connor is he comes to play every day, game day, practice, and I think that group of D linemen, led by Connor and Chikwe and Alec, they know they're really important to this defense. Their numbers might not be huge numbers, but they know their importance, and yet they'll keep working, and they're not going to just cancel themselves out and say, I'm not going to be a production guy. But the way they approach it, I think they're a foundational piece of our defense and really part of our team, I think.
Talk about the importance of carrying some frustration, disappointment into the locker room at halftime, but yet holding your own where you needed to in the third quarter, because the end of the first half didn't go how you would have wanted.
No, it didn't go how anybody would have wanted, but that's the game, and how you handle the swings of momentum, I think is important. And you love seeing guys. The competitive part of it doesn't want it to happen, but they identify what it was, and the things that we can control, address them, and that happens also not just at halftime. You do that on the sideline, and that's where I thought the coaches have done a really nice job of not losing their mind, just identifying the things that we can work on and control, adjust to. And the kids, I think they do have confidence. So it happened, but it didn't shake them by any means.
At the end of the game, were you thinking you could run out the entire clock?
We were just above it, and so we thought if we could get some time, then what really set us back, and where I got to do a better job of adjusting, once it went from a 40-second to a 25, then now there's your time difference, and I didn't do a good job of changing. That was the initial thought, not designed to quite lose so much yards, because that changed the field. All of a sudden you're punting. I mean, it was not. That was bad on my part.
When you go through a whole game like this and have just one penalty, that's pretty clean football.
It was pretty clean football, and that you appreciate from the kids and the coaches, and then we're going to be in close games, and turnovers, takeaways are a big part of it, and those hidden yards, field position, which penalties can be a big part of. That was it was good. Yeah, I screwed that up. I mean, I should call it right then.
And then also, TJ Watt, there were a couple times he came out with the shoulder. Is that just a question of pain gets to him at that point and he's got to just regroup?
Yeah, it's nothing as far as doing something more to it. It's a tolerance, and that's what, and he wanted to go back. You saw him at the end of the game, back in it, but that's what it is.
Obviously, Andrew missed the first hit that he had, but he hit the
Yeah, I did. You always do. You know that what happened to him last week is not easy for a kid, and yet I thought did a nice job of coming back during the week, and you know, we were just talking about it earlier with us not being as explosive as we want to be, and anytime you can get points, it's huge, and so you're thankful for a kid just being able to kind of stay the course, and he did. He missed it early, but knew he was going to have you think you're going to have opportunities, and he kept his head and focused, and good support around him, and all those points are big.
Take one more from Coach. Is there ever thought to go somewhere else after that first game?
No.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.
We've got some guys here already.
The kick is good. The score, Wisconsin 3, Northwestern 0. The kick is good. The score, Wisconsin 3, Northwestern 0. Touchdown. Jeff Stevie, ball carrier. The score was The kick is good. The score, Wisconsin 13, Northwestern 7. The kick is good.
The 17-yard line after Wisconsin will start 1st and 10. Man, be sure to get your ticket stub to redeem the coupon offer on the back for your chance to save the next time you stop by your participating. guys to Ryan Field today on your way out. Please help us be a good neighbor. Be respectful of our neighbors and right.